Hello, bigots. We're live. We're good. There we go. Got my boomer audio working. Got my microphone boom, my trans boomer microphone boom here. Got my therapy bigots in the chat. Got my my emotional support Jay Dyer up in the chat. My emotional support Dr. Crispy up in the chat. What's going on? Got the mod squad. How's everybody? Hope you guys are not having too many mental healths today, because this stream is going to give you extreme. This stream is sure to give you extreme mental healths. We're going to check in on our friends, the Millennials. We're checking in on our friends, the Millennials, the Funko Poppers, the new age relationship, emotional support, information droppers, and some of our old friends. Actually, some of our old friends in the vegan community. Don't you guys miss the vegans? Does anybody miss the vegans? I don't know if I do. I gotta say, I don't know if I miss any of our vegan friends. But we're gonna check in on some of them today. But first we're checking in on the Funko crowd. Funko Pop wedding gift. Funko Pop wedding gift. Oh no. All right. Well, this is 7 years ago. This is actually a blast from the past. Let's see what these folks are all about. Let me make sure my audio is good. Turn on the desktop audio. There we go.
Decided to talk to you guys about what I have here for me from my now wife. So over the weekend, guys, I got married. I'm finally wearing the ring. I have forgotten it the last couple days, but I got married on July 2nd. It was a beautiful day. The weather was perfect. It was a carnival themed wedding, so we didn't have to entertain people. People could entertain themselves. We had a food truck. We had carnival games. We had someone come and draw your face like in a cartoon. It's a caricature. We had massive Jenga, we had a catapult, we had a lot of cool different things for everybody to do, and it just turned out so beautifully. And I guess the tradition is where you have to give the bride a gift, and the bride has to give a groom a gift as they're getting ready. So as my wife was getting ready, I gave her a gift, and she was supposed to give me a gift, but the gift that she got came late, and she felt pretty bad about it, and it arrived this morning, and she wasn't going to tell me what it was until I opened it, and I was blown away by what she got me. She got me...
Wait. Blown away. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Who's excited for the reveal, the great reveal? I don't even know what it could possibly be. What could it possibly be that this man with 90 Funko Pops behind him, what could it possibly be? Oh my goodness. Give me a hint, Justin. Is it something, is it vinyl? Is it made from a big glob of melted microplastic fibers? Is it in the shape of a Marvel character? Perhaps? I couldn't possibly guess what your wife got you.
From Etsy, 2 custom-made Funko Pops, Mr. and Mrs. Moore. These Funko Pops were custom-made.
What is wrong with these freaking dinks? What is wrong with these freaking dinks? We talked about the dinks a couple weeks ago. The dual income, no kids. I mean, gotta be honest. It's not. I mean, it's sad that so many people are kind of foregoing having children, but I mean, if you're free, if you're this level, if you're this level of soy, if you're this level of just gone in a distorted reality, in a socially engineered coom pod bubble, I gotta say, like, I would kind of feel bad for the kids. But again, this is 7 years ago. This is 7 years ago. We're gonna have to check in on and see how he is now. But let's hear his explanation of their custom Funkos from Etsy.
I don't know how much, but these were custom made boxes and Funko Pops, and I am blown away by these. These are, like, she knows obviously how much I love Funkos. We go shopping all the time for Funkos, and
we go shopping all the time. Where do you go shopping for Funkos? I don't think I've ever seen a freaking Funko Pop like in real life. I have only seen these things on the internet. Like, to me Funko Pops just live in the internet. And obviously our friend one of my friends actually, I mean, this is kind of sad, but one of my friends actually married one. We'll check in on him later. But one of my friends legit married one. Now, I live in South America. I've never seen a freaking Funko Pop. Jay Dyer up in the chat says they're everywhere in the U.S. They live in the Barnes & Noble. Do they live in, like, CVS as well? All right. I've never seen, in the wild, I have never seen a Funko Pop. But apparently everybody in the chat agrees that there are plenty of Funko Pops in the wild in the U.S. I haven't been in the U.S. in a while, so I'm out of the loop.
purchased these, and
I was invited to the wedding of one of my close friends. I declined to go. I just thought it was too weird. And there was a Funko Pop involved in this marriage. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
they made them, and I cannot be happier with these. At the top, it says the Moors, and it's number one is me. For me, number one. We got custom made face right here. I guess she sent a picture of me and picture in my tux and other things, so she could get it right. And it says Mr. Moore custom vinyl. And then on the back too, it has our wedding date, July 2016.
Bro, this guy's giving me like an anxiety attack.
I've
never had an anxiety attack, but watching this guy makes me actually understand what it must feel like to have an anxiety attack.
It has me here. It has my beard.
Bad for this dude.
My beard is not that lavish and beautiful, but it still kind of looks like me. And on the finger there, I don't know if you guys can really see it. There's a ring, my black ring. She had there too.
That symbolizes that he's married. All right, Justin. Let's find his most recent video. Hey, he's doing better. Come on, he's doing better. Let's see. He's doing better. We got it. Look at that. He's better. I'm not seeing soy faces. There's like half a soy face on one of his video thumbnails. I'm not seeing soy faces. Oh, he's got kind of. All right. Willy Wonka movies. Many Willy Wonka movie reviews. Okay. Well, he did a Leave the World Behind movie review.
Leave the World Behind is a new...
Hey, look at that. His voice got deeper. Right? He's jumped up, but he's... Justin, you still have the Funko Pops, my friend. He has a wall of Funko Pops now. 7 years later. Dude, 7 years later, this guy's still got a wall of Funko Pops. But hey, his voice deepened.
Netflix thriller. So today, let's see if it's worth your time.
You guys, if you didn't see, Jay Dyer and I did a great review.
Hey everybody,
on,
my name is Justin. Here I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on
Leave the
streaming
World
services
Behind.
like Netflix.
Let's see what he's got to say about it.
Feels very chaotic. There is a lot of scenes that you just do not know what is happening.
There is a lot of scenes that you just do not know where it is happening. I gotta say, it sounds like his review is much more refined, right? He's obviously gonna go a little bit deeper than Jay and I go, right? He's obviously going a little deeper than
There's
us.
this talk of a blackout and
Spice Girls t-shirt, by the way.
The world's gonna end, but these characters, these two families, are in this home together, and they start to experience these odd things that you don't know what to make of it. Hundreds of deer appearing in the backyard, planes crashing, ships arriving on sea, just crashing on land. A lot of big moments that could signal war in the end of the world are in this movie. And you just don't know what to make of it all, because
He's just summarizing. He's like reading some bullet points of things that happened in the movie. I want to see, what are your thoughts, man? What does the film mean? What does this represent? What kind of what does this cultural artifact reflect about the people that made it, the people that are viewing it? Come on, Justin. Let's go deeper. Let's go deeper than Funko Pop level with this review, my
the movie
friend.
tiptoes around what is actually happening. People have their theories, people have speculations, and you just kind of taking in what other people are thinking about it all and trying to make up your own mind about it. And the movie doesn't really come out and just tell you exactly what is happening. You kind of have to make things up for yourself. And that's what I found most interesting about this movie is the different things that the family witnesses throughout this movie. You have to make it up for your.
Yeah. Millennials. Oh my goodness, millennials. What has happened? What has happened to our generation? This is why I'm a trans boomer, guys. This is why I sometimes present as millennial, but I am trans boomer for sure. Trans boomer today.
Yourself. And there's a lot of tense moments as
There's a lot of tense moments in this movie. All right. Let's jump forward
and the conflict between the family members as well. So I was impressed with the sound and the direction as well, and how this film overall looked. The performances are really good as well.
I liked how it looked.
Julia Roberts right away is unsure about what it
I really like how this movie looked and how it sounded and how the acting was acted. This is one of those movies that obviously there's things that happen, and the things that happen are intense, and these things are happening really fast sometimes, and then sometimes the things that happen slower. And I really like how the fast happenings were fast and the slow things that happened were slow. In the end, when the things happened, it was still not all of it so clear what happened, and I like it. There were moments in the movie where it was a lot happening.
It's happening. She doesn't know the family that comes into the house, Mahershala Ali and his daughter. They own the house, but she's kind of hesitant about all of that because she doesn't know them, and she's staying there for a vacation. Ethan Hawke is just kind of accepting what is happening and trying to reason with everybody. Mahershala Ali is really good in here as well.
He's still just stating things that happen in a general way about the movie. What is this film about? Come on.
Characters are trying to other characters are relying on practices and being safe and being prepared for that all. So the movie offers a lot of discussion about reliance on technology, and even the young girl in here, as she was headed to family vacation, she was watching Friends on her iPad, and the last
whoa, Friends. Wow.
episode she was watching, the power went out, so she couldn't watch the last episode of Friends with Ross and Rachel. And throughout the whole
all right, I gotta say, it's kind of look how he lights up when he says Ross and Rachel. Come on.
Couldn't watch the last
Look at his
episode
eyes,
of
little
Friends
twinkle.
with Ross and Rachel.
Ross and Rachel. Come on. That's a little endearing there. That was oh my goodness.
And throughout the whole movie, she wants to watch that episode. She wants to find out what happens. And the last scene of the movie shocked me, but left so much discussion open about technology, our reliance, and how we get information and connect with people as well.
Let's jump to his final thoughts here.
Had loud sounds and drones. There's a lot going on in here, a lot, and it feels very chaotic at times. At times you feel like it's building to something and it doesn't really pay off at times, but the tension is there and the score is terrific. The sound editing, the directing is top notch within this movie. So I was impressed with it, even if there were certain scenes that felt like they didn't pay off at the end of certain scenes. But the overall movie and it's the overall movie.
So he likes the sounds. There's a lot of sounds. Things happen. Doesn't all pay off, but there's a lot going on. Sounds, directing. He likes the directing. I mean, millennials. My friends, the millennials. We must go deeper in our movie analyses. I'm almost tempted to just go through these like film review channels. There are some channels that do pretty good, like video essays, reviewing films and going deeper. But I gotta say, this is probably representative of a big portion of my of my generation. I keep glancing at the chat and just laughing. Jay says the film was directed, but there's like a lot going on. All right, he's doing better though. Come on, he's doing better than 7 years ago. He's doing a lot better than he was before. What else? So the Funko Pop wedding gift. All right, let's check in on Dr. Applesauce. Dr. Applesauce. All right, mandatory. You have to have pop culture referencing T-shirt if you want to be a millennial consumer influencer, a Funko influencer. Mandatory. First of all, resting soy face. You have to have resting soy face. You got a thumbnail? You need a soy face, bro. I mean, when these people run this through their handlers, right? It's when these high-level guys like Dr. Applesauce, these high-level Funko influencers, Funko Pop stars, as I like to call them, these Funko Pop stars, these Funko Pop icons, they've got layers and levels of handlers, and their handlers are always making sure, first of all, you need some sort of a smiley emoji, large smiley emoji in your thumbnail. Second of all, your face better be more cartoonish than that emoji. We need full soy. We need open mouth. We need to see teeth, right? We're talking monkey face. We're talking total soy face, submissive monkey. We need that. We're going to need that. So I'm glad he's doing it right. He's clearly doing it right.
You're watching the channel, Dr. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. You're watching the channel Dr. Applesauce. My name's Will. It's another beautiful day here in Texas. I hope you guys know that I love you, God loves you, and that there is an awesome plan for your life. I have a very special video today.
That's nice. That's wholesome. Come on. That's wholesome. I like that. He starts he's a little fast on the delivery. He's running on 2X. He's running on that 2X, that Adderall. Running on that. He got diagnosed ADHD by his 3rd grade teacher, probably like half our generation. And he's going a little fast, but that was better. That was better.
Today I've done this once or twice, and I want to do a special collection tour of my entire studio, kind of showing you guys all of my studio after I've sold about half of my Funko Pop collection. And I actually think that it was a fantastic thing that I did, because I can appreciate things a lot more. So a lot of y'all may have never seen any of the studio tours. Some of y'all may have seen the studio tours. But we're gonna go around, we're gonna look at everything, and I'll give you a warning. This is a real studio. This is a real YouTuber.
That intimate camera work right there. Look at that. He's gonna tell you a secret.
Studio, there's dust. Things aren't perfect. I don't know. Are there YouTubers out there that everything's perfect? If you have a dedicated space, maybe it's perfect. But if you're working out of your home like most YouTubers do, not everything's perfect. So we're gonna have some fun today, guys. We're gonna go around and look at everything, show off a bunch of my stuff. You guys let me know down in the comments below what you think about my little tiny...
Is it just me or all these guys Funko Pop offices? First of all, you have a freaking Funko Pop office? What kind of decadent, ridiculous world do we live in where people have Funko Pop offices? But why are they always this like the size of a college dorm room? I mean, this looks like a 2 meter by 3 meter dog kennel size freaking pod this dude is living in. And always with the blue light. Right? Now, obviously I'm a red light supremacist. I'm always I'm a therapeutic red light enjoyer. But these guys always with the blue LED. Like there's something about that blue LED that just synergizes with like the soy face in the thumbnail, of course, and the like Ash Ketchum style dress, right? They always got that dress, like they always look like freaking Joey Fatone from like 2003. Like all these freaking millennials, why you all dressed like in sync? Why you all dressed like you're about to bust out some Joey Fatone dance moves with a backwards Ash Ketchum hat? I want to see how big this guy's room is.
My little tiny room that you probably don't know how tiny it is. All right, guys, and here we go.
Dude, we can see. We can freaking see how tiny it is.
Likely the view that most of y'all are used to seeing. Either this view or this view, right?
And here's the thing, too. So when these people set up their videos, like, well, here I am streaming, and I have a very unaesthetically set up room. But this is a functional room. This is an office. Right, like I'm at my desk. My desk. I think the desk here. I'm not trying to brag, but I feel like my desk is the size of this dude's so-called office. Right, I've got multiple desks in here. This actually gets used. This actually gets used. What's up with these streamers and their streaming setup? They're always in a corner. They're always in a freaking corner of their room, with their back up against the wall. So then their desk, or like whatever they're using to set their camera up, is in the center of the room. I'm just trying to imagine if I were to set my room up like a lot of these people, like a lot of these streamers, this room could be used for nothing else. Anyways, it always amazes me, these people's interior design sensibilities. And it's like, it's mandatory. You look at all the Twitch streamers. Every single Twitch streamer's room looks exactly like this dude's setup here. Right? Even like the political streamers. Twitch political streamers, bread tubers and stuff. They all look like this. It's all like a Blade Runner 2049 meets the Disney Channel.
To seeing either this view or this view, right? This is what you normally see. But what y'all don't see is typically everything else that is a part of my studio. This is where all of the videos are edited, where I do everything running the business. I do YouTube.
Wait, you're editing on, look at that tiny screen.
Full time, so that's all done over there. And then we have some stuff over here, and look.
Wait.
Where I keep a bunch of my shoes, and then the shelf that I just can never figure out what the heck to freaking do with. So let's start with this area over here, right? Okay, so here's what y'all normally see, and some of the areas where some of the biggest purges from the collection happen. And again, I'll say I really like that I sold a bunch of stuff because I have more room, right? So we've got this stuff here. I love, so we have my favorite chomps. Basically, I kept all of my favorite things is essentially what I did. So we've got my most favorite chomps right here. So we've got the Gumball Chomp, custom Fat Gum Chomp by RJ Designs, the original Barista Chomp, this awesome Smile World exclusive. Ooh, so beautiful. Custom Dobby Funko Pop.
Wait, there's nothing beautiful about this. This is like the aesthetic of an apocalypse. This is like, there's absolutely nothing beautiful about a Funko Pop or those freaking obese diabetes Funko Pops that he just had here. These are the Funko Pops, and then these are the diabetes Pops. What is beautiful about these? This is disgusting. This is weaponized art. This is to call this art is. I mean, but this is what modern art is, right? It is what modern art is. Like we did some streams a few years ago, kind of admiring the absolute decadent, ridiculous, destructive aesthetic of modern art. I think it was like 2021. But it's all like this. I forget the name of that artist that I did a stream on a couple years ago. But there's nothing beautiful about this, dude. No, those are not beautiful. Do not say that it's beautiful. That is filth. That should be absolute. That is an abomination. That is something that should have never existed. That is something that should have never even been conceptualized in somebody's mind. There's nothing beautiful about this. All right, Schizo Klaus donated $15. Hey, glad to have you back streaming, Tristan. I know the job sucks sometimes, but it's a necessary public service. Well, that's the thing. I am your therapy streamer. I'm your Stepford streamer. So you guys. I know a lot of you are millennials. A lot of people watching this, unfortunately, you're millennials. So that means you guys have mental health. Right? So you need somebody to come over here and take away your mental health. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to take away your mental health and decrease it significantly. So thank you very much for that super chat, Schizo Klaus. You guys who are watching, make sure to send those super chats over through Streamlabs. You can also send them through YouTube. Let's see, we got any more here? What's going on, chat? Just got that one super chat so far. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna be moving on from the Funkos. I can't handle any more Funkos. I'm Funkoed out. But there is one more Funko influencer we're gonna have to look at. And this is definitely a strange one. Again, like this guy. Let's find this. Let's pull this one up while we're waiting. But yeah, we've got all these Funko people, all you Funko Pop stars out there on YouTube. We gotta get rid of your soy face. We gotta get you guys chalked up. Everybody's gotta get chalked up out there. Shout out to the sponsor. Wait,
I'm a soy boy.
There we go. Shout out to our sponsor, Chalk.com. You can hit up Chalk.com, CHOQ.com, and get yourself some of that Shilajit. Get yourself some of that Tomcat 100 extract. That Tomcat 100 extract and the Shilajit and the Daily are all super high quality, immune system supporting and testosterone production supporting super herbs. Hit them up at Chalk.com. The highest quality products, organic, and some of their stuff is just beyond organic. A lot of their stuff is actually wild crafted. That Tomcat Ali extract, which I take every day. I take 3 of the Tomcats each day. Getting chalked up on those Tomcats. That is great for getting you out of Funko land levels of tea. Dudes out there, all you millennials out there, I gotta say, 80% of you are looking like you need to get on some of that chalk. So hit them up at Chalk.com, and you can use the coupon code BIG53LIFE. That coupon code BIG53LIFE is going to get you 53% off all subscriptions. That's for the subscriptions. So if you want to get a subscription of that Tomcat 100, subscription of the pre-workout, the Chad mode, we're just the bottle here. This is actually a work of art, of meme art. Chad mode, pre-workout, 100% clean pre-workout, no artificial dyes, no blue number 49, none of these endocrine disrupting chemicals, and 100% organic, coffee bean derived caffeine, not that crappy synthetic stuff that makes you all jittery. It's not crazy overdose on the caffeine. It's nice for pre-workout, and it's great if you don't even have time to make a cup of coffee. It's great to throw some of this in the car, get it in before a workout, or if you're on your way to work. I love the Shilajit as well, and you can get 53% off all subscriptions because I know a lot of us will forget to re-up each month, and you can get that delivered right to your door each month with a subscription at chalk.com. Big 5-3 Life gets you 53% off, and then the next 2 days only. I'm not sure how much longer they're going to be doing this, but you get a free bag of the Chalk Lit, which is a fantastic chocolate drink. Kids love it. It's got natural sweeteners. So you get a free bottle of that chocolate. I guarantee you'll like that stuff too. Hit them up at chalk.com. 53% off using that coupon code BIG53LIFE. Shout out to the sponsors, Chalk. Based company, run by based people. They're also sponsors some of our close friends here, like our buddy Jay, who we're going to get to in a minute. Justin donated $5. Says, I owe everyone in this circle more than I can give. Your ideas and the destruction of them has saved my life from where it was headed. Dang, dude. So, I mean, you're talking about the Funko Pop influencers, right? Me and Jay, like, in our Funko Pop, us Funko Pop stars, clearly we're saving you. We're saving you because we're offloading our Funko Pops on you at a discounted price. Is that what you mean? But yeah, no. Hey, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate the support. Thank you for that super chat. You guys always. You guys also are the sponsors of these streams. So we owe a big thank you to everybody watching. All the Funko influencers, the Funko Pop stars, the Funko poppers out there is what I like to call them. I consider myself a Funko popper. And we appreciate all you guys who share the streams, like the streams. Make sure to like the video as well. Obviously, make sure to like this video. We're gonna check out one more Funko influencer. This one's a little bit much, to be honest. Where did that go? Let me just find it. Bear with me here for a moment, guys. Talk amongst yourselves in the chat. All right. Now this one, look, this one's a little bit weird. I was invited. I've got an out. Like if I got friends that live in the US, I have a pretty easy out. Like when I get invited to their wedding, it's easy for me to say no. I'm just like, dude, I can't travel. Got all these animals here that I got to take care of. I got responsibilities here. This dude actually freaking married his Funko Pop. Man, he made a song about it. Dude made a freaking song about it. What kind of kook?
Funko! Funko! Oh, oh, oh,
Ooh, oh.
Funko! Oh, oh, oh.
I mean, love is love. Love is love. And if you're in love with a Funko Pop,
I got married to a Funko Pop. We got wedded, conjoined in a Subway shop. I am married to my Funko Pop. We got joined, co-writers in a Subway shop.
okay, all right. That's all right. If you don't know that one that's parody. I'm sorry, that's parody. He's a little bit. I know some of you, some people in the audience don't seem to understand. And sometimes when we're joking around, that is not. He didn't truly marry his Funko Pop. But he could because love is love. And who's here to judge? Who's going to judge? Who's here to judge? Love is love. It's 2024, y'all. It's 2024. You want to marry a Funko Pop? Why not? Why not? Why can't you? Why can't you? I mean, if they've made marriage just like a basic civil matter, you just go over to your local notary public, you sign a piece of paper, and you're married. Why can't you marry your Funko Pop? Why can't you marry your emotional support rat terrier? Why can't you marry your emotional support chicken? Well, maybe that would be more sustainable. We're going to check in on some of our friends. We met these people before. Those annoying vegans. I had a debate with them. It was like 4 or 5 years ago. No, it was 2020. It was 2020. It was in the beginning of all the coof stuff when everybody was buying freaking toilet paper. Everybody was stocking up on. Everybody was buying their emotional support toilet paper at the beginning of the demic. And our friends here, some of my favorite dinks, right? They're actually kind of like a sweet little couple. You know, these are classic millennial dinks though. You can tell you can tell from the female soy face. We got a new female soy jacket just dropped in this thumbnail. How to live more sustainably, because if you're a millennial, there's one thing that you take super seriously. Well, there's several things. There's Funko Pops, right? Super serious. There's mental health, right? You take your mental health very seriously, right? And mental health is the most serious thing. Your feelings, right? That is your mental health, right? So people have to make sure people around you treat you exactly how you want, or it will give you that mental health. So that's really important. Funkos, obviously super important. Emotional support animals, therapy animals, and just therapy in general, right? Whether it's tantric, Bikram, sex yoga therapy, or Funko Pop microplastic inhalation therapy, which is becoming really, really popular these days. Or therapy, where you go and you see a therapist. That's really important. But also, number one, we know that the number one thing, the most important way to really express your millennialness is being sustainable, right? Because we all know that, look, you only have one life, right? You only have one life, but sustainability, it lives forever, right?
How are you always? How are you always? You're always closer to the center than the last time
What
we
is
checked.
that? Oh, that's a squirrel. There's a big cloud coming. It's just, maybe we need to stop the dappling. It's dappling.
Dappling?
It's like,
Is that a word? Now we don't set up lights, but now we deal with the sun.
we have rain clouds. We're very happy about those. You might hear vegans refer to veganism as a lifestyle, but why? Isn't being vegan all about what you eat?
In fact, being vegan means living a life that excludes animal exploitation as far as what's possible and practicable. Yes.
So when you debate with vegans and you ask them what veganism is, I love it. I love how they've actually tried to change this several times. The vegan society has changed this definition so many times. Veganism is a way of living which seeks to exclude, as far as is possible and practicable, all forms of exploitation of and cruelty to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. But practicable. All right. Well, I personally, as a millennial, for my mental health, I find that it's not practicable to exclude animal products or the so-called exploitation of animals. So as far as it's practicable, I do. Okay, I do it exact. So I guess I'm vegan.
Yes, what you eat matters a lot, especially since who, not what, the majority of people eat comprises most animal exploitation on planet Earth. And add to that the byproduct industries that stem from...
Right, that you remember, guys, that shrimp, that's a person. Okay? Not what shrimp you ate. Who shrimp you ate. That's the vegan way.
the animal food industries.
Zero animal death and zero impact on planet Earth is not possible. Veganism at its core is about changing the way we view our fellow non-human earthlings and eliminating the hypocrisy surrounding how we treat dogs, for example, versus how we treat pigs.
And while veganism and environmentalism or sustainability are technically separate ideas, as we humans and our fellow non-humans rely on the environment and a sustainable future.
As we humans and our fellow non-humans. What?
The environment and a sustainable future. Ideas. As we humans and our fellow non-humans rely on the environment and a sustainable future to thrive, here are a few possible and practicable, logical, creative, and helpful ways for you to live an even more sustainable vegan lifestyle.
Number 1, drink your toilet water. Did you know that urine is actually sterile? Yes, it's sterile. Did you know that recycling your urine to use as drinking water is not just good for the environment, but also might be good for you? Yeah, all right. Let's see. Saving gray water, rainwater. These people live in these people live in LA for sure. They for sure live in LA. There's no way you're saving gray water / rainwater in your freaking 200 square foot apartment in Los Angeles.
Saving
I'm sorry,
gray
that's
water
not happening
and
there.
rainwater for gardening. One of the things we started doing is collecting rainwater now that it's
doing it, though.
finally
All
raining
right.
in California. And check your state rebate
They have
programs
a
too, because
trash
here
can
you
sized-
actually get a $35
They save maximum. What is that? How many gallons is that? That's like 30 gallons. I mean, that's smaller than the gas tank on my truck that I filled up today. That they're saving of
And check your
rainwater.
state rebate programs too, because here you actually get a $35 rebate per rain barrel for up to 2 rain barrels. We place a pot under the kitchen faucet, so when we wash our hands and rinse lightly soiled dishes, we can
drink the water afterward. Like the future of like sustainability for millennials is just your coffin apartment in LA is basically just like living in Mumbai, right? You're gonna be bathing in like the Ganges River level filth and drinking the refuse of Skid Row tweakers and fent heads. You're gonna be drinking the runoff, the sewer runoff water from Skid Row, and just freaking bathing in it and like making Indian style street food with your boogery, snotty hands. This is the future, the true millennial utopia. It's not like Blade Runner 2049 where it's this super tight control grid with a dual level culture where Tyrell Corporation corporate headquarters just is a giant pool of pristine water, and the little plebs get their 3 seconds of shower with high pressure cold water because it's sustainable. It's not going to be like that. It's just straight up Mumbai in your coffin apartments, right? You will drink your dishwater and you will be happy. You will eat the cow patties and you will be happy, because that's vegan. Cow patties are actually vegan as long as you don't slaughter the animals. So you'll be eating the runoff water from the industrial farms that are producing food for the Tyrell Corporation, and the heads of the Tyrell Corporation, they'll get to eat the meat, but you will eat the cow patties.
save that water for gardening as well. We also place a container in the shower to catch that first few seconds of cold water rather than letting it go to waste as you wait for the water to warm up. It's
What? Look at the smug face too. Like, yep, you do that. We also catch the cold water in the shower with a mop bucket. They have like a mop bucket that they put in the shower.
Also place a container in the shower to catch that first few seconds of cold water rather than.
Why is it so full? Why that thing is super full? Is it like 10 days worth of? You have those mosquitoes freaking reproducing in your. Oh no, you don't have mosquitoes reproducing in this because you live in LA and there's so much chlorine and fluoride in it that literally nothing can survive inside of this water. We actually catch this. we catch the first seconds of cold water from the shower in a bucket, and then we prostrate before it and thank the we thank the water. We worship it. What? All right.
Letting it go to waste.
Look at his
while you
smug
wait
face
for
too.
The water to warm up. It's surprising
We do this. We actually do this.
how many plants you can water with gray water alone. Not only that, you're reducing your water bills, and in drought-stricken areas such as this one, you can continue to nourish the plants that keep the bees and hummingbirds coming.
The bees.
Number 2, batch cooking.
Okay, hold on. So the people who are telling, it's funny that the people that are always telling us about sustainability, there's always these people that live like, I mean, you live in Los Angeles. It's always people in freaking LA, San Francisco. I mean, Los Angeles, the water that they have there, that shouldn't even be there. The water for Southern California, the water that Los Angeles is built on, this is redirected hundreds of miles in giant projects that required massive industrialization, and this kind of like artificial scarcity that they love to project out into the world. It's because they live in one of the most ridiculously unnatural environments. These are the people telling you about, like, they literally want you to worship nature, right? But they're so disconnected from the natural world that they have to save the first few seconds of their shower water and then and brush their teeth in friggin' toilet water and drink their dirty dishwater. But they say that having, where we live, all the water that we use, most of the water we use is spring water. And we do use a pump to pump that spring water up to the house because the spring is at the bottom of the land. But all the water that we use in our whole house goes in a gray water system and goes and waters pasture and waters plants that we then use to feed animals with so that we can eat what those animals produce, whether that be milk or meat. So right now my gray water goes out into a quickly growing high protein grass that we cut and make silage for cows with, right? And this is but they're gonna tell us that those cows are destroying the environment when I'm like, they're literally fixing the soil. They're fixing the soil, and then when I milk in the milking area, we use their manure to go and fertilize the grass. So these people in LA, whose entire water system is a man-made giant, like Jay just said in the chat, giant scam system. And if you watch the film Chinatown with Jack Nicholson, the Roman Polanski film from 1972, it's a really good movie for the most part. I mean, there's some degenerate stuff in it, but it's very telling concerning corruption and politics in the 20th century. So check out Chinatown if you want to understand that the people that are living off of this completely unnatural giant grift system of water are telling us how to conserve water and are in this mind state of artificial scarcity all the time because they live in an area that's built on that. But then they'll project this onto the world and say, "Oh, look, you have to save your dishwater."
Oh man, batch cooking has changed our lives.
Yeah.
It's allowed us to save time and lower our grocery bills, but also reduce our food waste. Look for
We got
Racism,
super
man.
chats.
I love to racism, bro.
Look at these bigots, all you bigots in the stream. Thank you very much for supporting. Blue Skittle donated $5. Says meat consumed, mental health healed. Well, you no longer has the mental healths. You guys make sure to drop those super chats. Support the streams that we do here. Support yourself and your own health by hitting up our sponsors over at chalk.com. Use that coupon code BIG53LIFE to get 53% off all subscriptions for life at chalk.com. Get it while you still can. We know that the governments worldwide are maneuvering to try to ban natural supplements any way that you can stay healthy. These people clearly do not want us to be consuming these things. They don't want you eating meat. They don't want you doing any. They tell you that the sun is bad for you. They tell you that the sun's killing you. Meat's killing you. You're consuming too much water. Your exhalations are toxic. Stop making babies and go get yourself an emotional support Funko Pop collection. But we're over here telling you to eat meat and make families and support yourself and support your health and support small family-run businesses like Chalk by hitting up chalk.com. Use that coupon code BIG53LIFE to get 53% off all subscriptions at chalk.com. And for the next 2 days, if you order in the next 2 days, they're going to be putting in your first order a free bag of the Chalk Lit Powder. You can hit them up at chalk.com, CHOQ.com. There's a link in the description. There's a link in the chat right now. Use that coupon code BIG53LIFE to get 53% off all subscriptions for life. And you will guarantee 53% more climate change in 2024, because that's what we're going for, folks. We are pro. We want the climate to change. I want the sun to come out in the morning and make it warmer. I want it to go down in the afternoon, right? That climate change, we are pro. We are pro changing the climate, and 53% more climate change guaranteed if you use that coupon code at chalk.com. All right, back to our friends here. Where'd our friends go?
recipes that incorporate ingredients you already have, particularly fruits, veggies, and spices you have on hand. And only purchase the ingredients you need each week for those recipes. Try to overlap it.
He put a plate over her face. I wonder if he edited it and he got annoyed with her. Look at her. How many takes did this take? He's like, look, you have to do. I want the smile to be a little bit more vacant. Make it a little bit more vacant, and I want some cute little head tilts to punctuate what I'm saying.
You have on hand.
And he's like,
and
nah.
only purchase
He's like, nah,
the
you did it
ingredients
wrong.
you
And he
need
just threw a
each
plate of
week for
beans
those
over her
recipes.
face.
Try to overlap
Boom!
as well,
Get
picking
that up.
recipes with similar ingredients. We generally pick 1 or 2 recipes, shop for them on the weekend, and batch cook enough for lunches and dinners for the 2 of us on Sunday night.
Okay, rice, freaking
By batch
couscous,
cooking, and especially by using
kale, and like top ramen noodles. What? Where's the food?
whole plant food ingredients, we have saved so much time
Oh, so
and
like
money
tofu in there.
compared to when we used to make individual
broccoli,
meals
oh my
every
goodness.
single night, let alone eating out, which is the most expensive way to eat. And this method also encourages you to try new foods and get
All right.
Speaking of food waste,
Composting.
start composting. We have a little countertop compost bucket and a large compost tumbler outside to dump it all in. There are a variety of affordable and portable composters, like the second one we got, which doubles as
What are
a
you gonna do
corner
with your
table.
compost if you
As
live in
of
LA?
January 1st, 2022, Californians are required to separate organic matter, mainly food scraps and yard waste, from other garbage. This not only avoids organic waste,
will make the plastic bag
Recycle, blah, blah, blah. Right. These dinks, these freaking dinks. The best way to be sustainable, though, the best way to be sustainable is, as we know, as our friend Gil Bates, as our friend Klaus Schwab, as our friend Bertrand Russell, as our friend H.G. Wells, as our friend Julian Huxley, Aldous Huxley, as Henry Kissinger, as all of these great thinkers of the and social engineers of the modern world say the best way to be sustainable, of course, is to just end your bloodline, right? End it right there, and get an emotional support chicken.
To summarize, one of her toes was immediately amputated due to the severe injury she...
Is a rescue chicken.
Hi guys, as promised, we put together a day in the life video of our special needs hen and rooster, Jackie and Tony. For those of you who watch the channel, you might know this already.
How you find two? You have two special needs roosters? Where did you find two retarded chickens? You have two retarded chickens?
Hi guys, as promised, we put together a day in the life video of our special needs hen and rooster, Jackie and Tony.
Our special needs hen and rooster.
For those of you who watch the channel, you might know this already, but if this is your first time watching, Jackie is about 3.5 years old. She was rescued from a slaughter truck when she was about 6 months old.
Wait, 3.5 years old. That's a freaking geriatric hen. That's like, some breeds of chicken live longer than others, but you don't need to. You don't need to have. Listen, dinks. Listen, dink millennials. You are running a geriatric hen house for retarded chickens. I don't know if you guys. Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember what was her name? What was her name? Oh, I get so sad thinking about it. Their chicken that passed years ago, Petunia. It was Petunia. They had a chicken called Petunia. This is like 3 years ago, and they were so sad when she passed away. They made like a eulogy video about it, and this is 3 years later. They're still now they have two emotional support tarred chickens. You. Special needs rooster and special needs hen.
Her rescue video is available on our channel.
To summarize, one of her toes was immediately amputated due to the severe injury she sustained on the truck. And after a year of countless vet visits due to recurring issues with her mobility, a CT scan finally revealed a possible rare case of scoliosis.
I'm so sorry. There's tears. Those tears that are coming out of my... Look, I know it sounds like I'm laughing. It sounds like I'm laughing. I have a soft spot in my heart for... I have a soft spot in my heart. Stop it. You guys are saying that I'm being insensitive. I have a soft spot in my heart for geriatric, retarded chickens with scoliosis. They got a CT scan for a freaking chicken. These people are talking about being sustainable. You're saving the first few seconds of your shower water in a bucket. You are drinking your dirty dishwater and making freaking soup out of your used toilet water to be sustainable. And you are getting CT scans for retarded chickens. Excuse me. Excuse me. Vegans. Sustainable LA DINK millennial vegans. You are the reason. You are the reason that the World Economic Forum wants us all gone. You are getting CT scans for your chickens. What?
Just like in humans, scoliosis can be uncomfortable but manageable. We built her a wheelchair and a neck brace.
What?
Scoliosis can be uncomfortable, a possible rare case ability.
Dude, this is real? Okay, I'm gonna let it roll again. We're 30 seconds in, and there's just like every single line is so classic. This is all right. Go.
Hi guys. As promised, we put together a day in the life video of our special needs hen and rooster, Jackie and Tony. For those of you who watch the channel, you might know this already, but if this is your first time watching, Jackie is about 3.5.
She's so good at the like she makes me just want to donate money to their retard chicken. I'm sold. I want to donate money to your retarded chicken your retarded chicken shelter. I'm sorry, I should have paused. I gotta keep it.
She was rescued from a slaughter truck when she was about 6 months old. Her rescue video is available on our channel.
To summarize, one of her toes was immediately amputated due to the severe injury she sustained on the truck.
Did you at least make chicken foot soup with that?
After a year of countless vet visits due to recurring issues with her mobility, a CT scan finally revealed a possible rare case of scoliosis.
Countless vet visits. Wait, they're bringing their geriatric retarded chicken to to a physical therapist to improve its mobility. They got your freaking chicken. They have these dinks have their chicken doing Pilates. It really needs to work on its mobility, its thoracic extension.
Now, just like in humans, scoliosis can be uncomfortable but manageable. We built her a wheelchair and a neck brace, which helps her with her mobility. She is also receiving special therapy, as you will see in this video.
We brought Tony home from a sanctuary where we used to volunteer. We're not sure how old he is, but he's most likely over 5. He had an injury that was being neglected. We were granted permission to take him to a vet, where he was diagnosed with invasive squamous cell carcinoma.
These people are spending thousands of... Dude, you know how many freaking sick and malnourished children there are in Southern California? These people are spending all this... This is so sad. This is so... You got a cancer diagnosis for a chicken. You have a hen with a neck brace with scoliosis in a wheelchair, and you're treating a rooster for squamous cell carcinoma. This is what? Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that these chickens are getting therapy. Okay. Munchausen chickens in the chat. Jay says Mun chicken by proxy. Oh my goodness. I would be munchiking that scoliosis chicken, but I wouldn't be Munchausen munchiking that squamous cell carcinoma rooster. I'm not about to eat that.
As a result, his foot had to be amputated to prevent the cancer from metastasizing.
Damn, you've got. I can't keep up with all this. He lost his leg in the war with cancer. He's got to be in a wheelchair too. You got 2 wheelchair-bound chickens. These people are truly philanthropists. It took about 6
months to properly design and fit Tony into his prosthetic, with which he is currently training. But over the course of those 6 months, he learned very quickly how to be mobile without it. Now you might notice Tony wearing a bandage on his left foot in some of the shots. When we rescued him, Tony had fungal infections.
Tony had candida, so we put him on the no sugar diet and a really strict anti-candida cleanse. Tony also has a prosthetic leg, and he is one of the pilot animals for Neuralink. We spent $10 million. We crowdfunded $10 million to get Tony Neuralinked. And he has a bionic leg now that's actually neurologically wired to his central nervous system through his little Tony chicken brain. And he's just a little Mac chicken. He just cruises around in his little chicken Mac leg. What?
On his comb and wattles. There was apparently also one under the scales of his foot that we couldn't see at the time, but it has now been treated.
Fire-Roo should have been a part of this video. We had to have his leg amputated as well, but unfortunately...
These people just... Why are these people butchering all their chickens like piece by piece? What they're not telling us, here's what I think's going on. Are they not telling us? Are they leaving out a piece of vital information? First, as soon as they brought this chicken home, the special needs chicken with scoliosis and crippling social anxiety. They brought their social anxiety and scoliosis therapy chicken home, and they had to immediately amputate one of its fingers. So it lost a toe. Where'd that toe go? We've got some hungry looking vegans here. Right? Now, would it technically be vegan if you were to amputate the toe of a geriatric chicken? Right? You have a geriatric chicken that needs a toe amputation. You spend however much money at a veterinarian to get their toe amputated. Why would you not cook that up? Make a little chicken toe soup? You got another chicken. You got your rooster. You also amputated his leg. And then you got another rooster and you have to amputate his leg too. It just happens to be that every rooster you get, you gotta amputate its leg. Something's going on here. Something's going on with these hungry vegans.
His cancer had also been neglected for so many months that it metastasized to his mouth, which made eating very difficult for him. Fire-Roo passed away.
Okay, let it roll. No more jokes. This is serious.
In September of 2021 during a biopsy, which eventually did diagnose him with oral squamous cell carcinoma. Needless to say, we no longer volunteer at that place, but we have our own micro sanctuary right here at home, and it keeps us very busy.
All of that to say, we know we haven't been making content as frequently as we used to, but our priorities have shifted to tangibly helping the animals whom our videos fight to protect. Chickens are the most abused land animal on the planet. They are very easily overlooked, even by the vegan community. All you need to do is visit a sanctuary and see everyone gathered around the mammals, the pigs, the cows, the goats, the sheep, whom we love very much as well. But the chickens and turkeys often don't get the same attention. Perhaps because people don't realize how easy they are to relate to once you give them a chance.
Having lived with several...
Seriously, they're really good listeners. They're really good listeners. And once you get beyond the language barrier, they're very relatable creatures.
Rescue chickens has shown us that if more people took the time to get to know them, they'd realize how incredible they are, how intelligent and sensitive, how funny and particular, how loving and empathetic.
Jackie and Tony are rescues, yes, but they are also our family. We hope that
They spent hours and hours scripting this too.
this video gives you an idea of our daily routine as well as where your Patreon donations and Etsy purchases go. Thank you so much for your continued support, and we will continue to make content, so stay tuned. After a few crows, he walks out of his house and down the ramp, ready for breakfast.
Handsome, are you ready for breakfast? And he gets very excited.
He likes to perch on the back of our sofa. That's where he eats his breakfast and does most of his morning crowing.
Whoa, Bubba. We call Tony Bubba, which comes from when we had Fire-Roo and Tony. Tony was Big Bubby, Fire-Roo was Little Bubby. Now we just call Tony Bubba or Bubby or Bubbaloo because he looks like a bubble chicken.
It looks like a bubble chicken.
Tony always lets us know when he's done drinking water.
We usually play some bird videos to Tony while...
Egon in the chat says videos like this are an open invitation to foreign powers to conquer the North American continent. Do not. Nobody send this to China or Russia. They're coming. What?
He waits for Jackie to wake up.
Look, they play videos of birds so that the chickens can watch the bird videos.
Whereas Tony's up before 5, Jackie sleeps until about 8.
Good morning.
I think I see somebody.
Are you ready? Are you up and ready to go?
All right, let's fast forward. This is absolute madness. I had no idea it had gone this far. I mean, we haven't checked in on them for like 3 years. I mean, it started out as funny. Like the script in the beginning was hilarious. The scoliosis line, the amputated chicken legs lines that they threw in there. But seeing this, right? I mean, their scripted introduction is strange but funny. But this is like an extreme level of delusion. I mean, I'm just thinking as like their little amputated chicken feet, for instance, that they're spending thousands of dollars to get CT scans for and have expensive surgeries on. Like, dude, one of my dogs has eaten in the last 6 months. My dog Ribeye has probably eaten 300 chicken feet. Like, tomorrow morning I'll give one of my dogs 1.5 pounds of just like raw chicken. It's like the chicken backs and chicken necks and a couple feet in each bag too. And these people are spending thousands of dollars, so much emotional energy, so much of their time and energy worshiping these creatures instead of having children and making a family, right? This is so, yeah, it's funny and it's insane, but at the same time, there's this level that really kind of just hurts my heart to see people spend their time like this and their energy. It's like they're like literally like worshiping these things. Look at this.
They're a wonderful day.
We place Jackie on a yoga mat in the mornings to help her grip the floor while we empty her diaper.
Her diaper.
Very good. Oh, very good.
Dude, these animals should have all been put out of their misery so long ago. Thinking of how many chickens we go through here. We don't raise them for meat, right? Now we just raise them for eggs, but once they don't produce eggs anymore. I mean, after a couple years, their egg production goes down, and they're going in soup or they're going in the dogs' bellies. These chickens should have been put out of their misery so long ago.
It helps
Look at this
her
poor
eat
thing.
and walk and keeps her chest and neck upright. Good job, honey bear.
Jackie
This is
can
this is
walk
a
without
this
her
has turned
toe,
from
but
funny
her
into kind of like a
mobility challenges
horror.
have made that a little
This is
harder.
horrible.
So we molded her a prosthetic toe, which we attach with the help of a little gauze.
You tape her toe on every day?
We designed this bamboo box for Jackie because she beaks out, which is a normal chicken behavior. She sort of flings her food around and sifts through it to find the tasty pieces that she wants.
Wait, is she feeding it? Are they feeding it
Aside
bugs?
from their crumble, we feed them a variety of fresh veggies, herbs, fruits, and blueberries are one of their favorites.
I saw bugs
One
in
of
there.
their
That's not
favorite.
vegan. Hold on.
Sifts through it
Look, is that
to
bugs?
find the tasty pieces that she wants.
Looks like dried worms.
Aside from their crumble, we feed them a variety of fresh veggies, herbs, fruits, and blueberries are one of their favorites.
By the way, blueberries are one of their favorites. Dude, these things would, if these things had full functionality physically, they would eat each other's eyes out. Chickens are freaking brutal. Chickens will eat their young. Chickens will eat alive a weak chicken. They'll peck their eyes out while they're still alive. These things are gnarly, brutal, cruel creatures compared to human standards, right? Now, these aren't creatures with moral agency, as the vegans will try to pretend. Chickens are brutal. But these things, they're not vegetarians or vegans. They go around eating flies, bugs, worms, scratching for bugs in the ground, grubs. They love meat, rotten meat. They'll pick bones. They'll pick all the collagen and meat off of bones. They're not vegetarians or vegans.
Sometimes we'll mix a little chamomile tea or apple cider vinegar or ginger into their water to help with inflammation.
Are you giving them painkillers too? Like what? We mix a little bit of kratom because our Bubba here, Bubba Booby, we call him. He had a major emotional support opioid addiction. He was actually addicted to fentanyl. Fent is the street name. That's what he called it. He was really into Fent when he first got here, and he was a mess. We weaned him off of that, and now we give him kratom. So we give him his dose of kratom. We give him a few grams of kratom in the morning, and in the afternoon, and in the evening. And it really helps to just keep him out of that state of needing it. And it's his emotional support kratom, of course. It's emotional support kratom.
Tony always gets really excited when Jackie comes out for breakfast, so we place them together by the window to enjoy the morning sunshine.
She doesn't get a prosthetic. She got a peg leg. Their whole house is beds, wheelchairs.
People always ask
chickens.
us if our chickens and our cats get along, and the answer is yes.
Cats also obligate carnivore.
Yes, really well. They respect each other's space, and sometimes it even...
Yeah, your cats don't want to eat these freaking cancer-ridden geriatric freak tard chickens, dude. Of course they... If I was a cat, I wouldn't eat that thing.
seems like they enjoy each other's company.
After breakfast, we take Jackie out of her chair for a little exercise.
And snuggles.
And then we place her in her bed for some R&R by the window.
I don't know if I could finish this video. This is... All right. I can't keep going. I can't keep going. We need some... I am freaking shocked. It's kind of hard to shock me these days, but that is another level. Like, that should be studied. This videos like this should be studied and put in a freaking museum as a warning to future generations of the repercussions of atheism, and of just the nihilistic, completely divorced from God culture that we live in. That is freaking crazy. That video should be put in a jar. That video should be put in a freaking jar like some freakish 18th century three-headed frog creature that a zoologist was preserving. Okay. My goodness. These dinks, our friends, the millennials, I don't think the millennials are going to make it, guys. I don't think the millennials are going to make it. After that, no, we got to go. Where are we going now? Where are we going with this? I promised new age relationship advice. New age or relationship advice. We got our friend Kevin here. Let's see what Kevin's got to say. We found Kevin's TikTok.
Cause you don't think I know what you've done.
Oh Unboxing a fresh batch of my books. Feeling like the author feel. Sex, masculinity, God, trialogues. Trialogues. That's funny. He named that after a series of Terence McKenna lectures. I actually remember the trialogue lectures. I remember listening to those in like the early 2000s. And I'm for sure this guy's got to be referencing that, because for sure this dude is into Terence McKenna. He's got that same. Terence McKenna is like the boomer coomer version of the modern millennial hippie chick poon hounds like this dude.
Men, you want to know one of the number one life hacks in your relationship with a woman? Guess what? This is a cheat code to a polarized fulfilled relationship. Learn your woman's cycle. Understand the moon cycle. Understand the womb and the cyclical beauty of nature that it provides.
Learn your woman's moon cycle. Oh man, that's profound, bro. Wow. Be her moon cup. Why is it paused?
Men, learn your woman's cycle. Understand the moon cycle. Understand the womb and the cyclical beauty of nature that it provides a woman's body with this cyclical.
Why is he pausing? Why are we pausing here?
First off, everyone has masculine and feminine energy. And if you're non-binary, you still have it. If you're same-sex partners, you still have it. They're just energetics. It's not about genitalia. And first off, everyone has masculine and feminine energy. And if you're non-binary, you still have it. If you're same-sex partners, you still have it. They're just energetics. It's not about genitalia. And it is. So when the old world was run, men were masculine, they were hardcore, and there's shadows to that, like domination, abuse, violence. No one wants that. I'm assuming no one wants that. And if you do want that, you might be a psychopath. So those qualities, while they built the world in some senses, right? Like think about fucking Alexander the Great, Napoleon. These were hardcore dudes that were like massacring cultures, but also creating cultures.
We're getting playback issues on TikTok here. All right. This guy. All right. So we've got this guy as well, spiritual coach. All right. We got two spiritual coaches here. We got Kevin. Kevin's a spiritual coach, speaker, author, guiding leaders to their highest. Right? Definitely helping to guide all the leaders to their highest. This guy, you are what you seek. Also a coach. Jay Dyer just dropped a super chat. Says, play Organic Like Us from TikTok. His Beaver Moon video. Beaver Moon? Bro, is that the Beaver Moon? That sounds freaky. Beaver Moon. I will definitely play that. But first we have to meet our friend here. You are what you seek. Because I'm trying to find my twin flame, guys. This is something that I find really important. This is like a really important thing to us millennials, is finding our twin flame. Wait, come on. All right, here's what I gotta do. I reload this. Sorry, I'm just reopening this this window we had up there, guys. There we go. Let's see if this works now. You are.
So I get this question a lot. How do you know for sure if someone is your twin flame? So you can never know for sure that someone is your twin flame. It's a bit of a paradox because you're going through this journey, you're getting all these signs, but the mind still has doubt. So that's one clear sign that you are on a twin flame journey, is the doubt. And you will always have that doubt as long as you are identified with the mind. Because what does the mind want? It wants physical proof. When you align with the soul, which is who you truly are, the soul doesn't need proof. You just have a knowing in your heart that this person is your soul. Also, when you align with your soul, things just are. You don't need an explanation for everything. And that's the nature of a mind. It wants to put everything in categories and labels.
Some kind of advice is this? Wait, it's just, you just feel it really hard. When it's your twin flame, you just know.
Soul, which is who you identified with the mind. Because what does the mind want? It wants physical proof. When you align with the soul, which is who you truly are, the soul doesn't need proof. You just have a knowing in your heart that this person is your soul. Also, when you align with your...
Dude, that is amazing. I know in my soul that those annoying vegans, geriatric, retard chicken with one leg is my twin flame. That is my soul. I know it. I feel it. I know it. That is my twin flame. All right, we got super chats over here. Thank you guys for sending the super. Steven donated $5, says, cheers, Kang. Thank you, Steven. Frankie D donated $5, says, could you say the words, I don't mind the word manure. It's got two pleasant words, ma and nur. Manure. They'll understand. All right. Horse manure is not that bad. I don't even mind the word manure. You know, it's newer, which is good. And a ma in front of it. Ma, newer. When you consider the other choices, manure is actually pretty refreshing. Thank you, Frankie D. That's very insightful. Blue Skill donated $5, says the scoliosis improves the texture and taste. Yeah. When you the scoliosis chicken, it's collagen. It's creamier. It's got this because its spine is basically liquid, so you get that creamy collagen from the scoliosis tarred chickens. Tinfoil Hat Girl donated $5, says, you mentioned LED lighting. LEDs being used to collect our data on the roads and public spaces and out in our homes. It's capable of biometric tracking and tracing. I encourage everyone to check out the work of Aman Jabi. Thank you, Tinfoil Hat Girl. Appreciate that one. There we go. What? Ugh. All right, I'm trying to figure it out, guys. Because like this guy says that you just know. You just feel it. So I really feel that my twin flame is that geriatric chicken. My twin flame is the geriatric chicken from those annoying vegans.
So
what do I do about
things
it?
Just are. You don't need an explanation for everything. And that's the nature of a mind. It wants to put everything in categories and labels. Sign number 2, obviously, is the obsessive thinking. And that's a constant, every second of every day, every minute, constant thinking about the physical form of your twin flame. And whatever you do...
So he's just describing lust. He's just describing... How do you know your twin flame? Oh, you just constantly think about their physical form. And I like the little head movements and stuff. Constantly thinking about her physical form, and you just feel it so intensely. Don't worry about the mind, the rational mind. It's just feeling. It's just like all you're describing is a possibly mentally ill person being obsessed and creepy as hell about somebody, dude.
Can't get them out of your mind. Sign number 3 is experiencing actual physical pain in your sacral, solar, or heart chakra. Obviously, with any type of physical pain.
Physical pain in your heart. You'll have actual physical pain in your heart. Okay, we're gonna look up this other guy. We'll keep
You
going.
want
with,
to go to the
our homie
doctor
here.
and see if there's an issue. For me personally, I was experiencing super intense pain in my chest, heart chakra area. Went to the doctor, no issue. And what's essentially happening is your heart chakra is opening, which brings me to sign number 4.
Sign number 4, open festering wounds on your genitals. So like when I first got with my twin flame, I was having first of all, it was like this like pain, this like burning pain. And then it became like boils, right? So like right on the underside of my junk, I had like boils, and those, it was like this fiery feeling just like bubbling up through my root chakra, right? Like at the root of my root, if you know what I mean. And like the chakras on those open sores and boils started opening, and those started to put out what I started to call twin flame love juice. And I went to the doctor, and he told me that this is some sort of like, that he told me I had like all sorts of stuff. He was like, bro, you got herpes, chlamydia, some sort of STI that I've never even seen before. Have you been like hanging out with freaking festival chicks or something? And I was like, bro, I met my twin flame. All right. This is love pus, bro. Love pus.
You are experiencing symptoms of a spiritual awakening and dark night of the soul. And I'll go over what the dark night of the soul is in another video. And the last sign that someone is your twin flame, and this is how you really know, is as you focus on yourself, as you align with your soul, they come back. You have to remember,
when you meet your twin flame, you will start always having your fingers, your thumb will always be touching your forefinger, and you will blink so much. You will find that you need to blink so much because it's like the light and the heat from your twin flame just makes you blink so much when you talk. It's almost distracting when your twin flame watches you talk, because you'll be doing this and doing the effeminate head bob. And it's like kind of like you're sewing. You're like sewing the invisible garment of your souls together with your hand, going through the air, and then like your eyes are like blinking, and it's like that flicker rate of your eyes. You can tell your twin flame just looks illuminated from it, dude.
remember, this journey is a process. So usually they leave. You start aligning with your soul, you start balancing, you start working on yourself, and then they come back and they trigger you again. And then they leave, and you start the process over, and then they come back, and it's a gradual process, which they call the twin flame dance.
Wait, it's just describing like an unhealthy obsession. It's just describing an unhealthy obsession from like what sounds kind of like a mentally ill state of fixation and strange codependency that's just really just rooted in lust and like the physical aspect of like. But he's like talking about having withdrawals.
Usually
they leave. So like usually they'll get really creeped out or whatever, and they'll be like, "Dude, why do you have these like sores all over your genitals or whatever?" And they'll leave. And then you're just like, you don't know what to do. So you find their LinkedIn and you get in touch with all their former employees, and you pretend like you're their brother, and you're trying to find them, and you haven't seen them in a few years, and because you're lost in Alaska, and you tell them this story, and then they maybe recommend you email her, but she's already blocked your email because she's afraid of you. And then you find her mother's address. You show up at her mom's like home, and you go there and you start talking to her, and she asks you why you're blinking so much, and why do you want to see my daughter? And my daughter doesn't want to see you. And then you get a restraining order put against you, and it hurts. And that's called the twin flame dance, because it's like you're dancing, and in the fire, you're igniting each other's fire over and over again. And then one night, in a crazed manic state, you might, you know, actually start a fire at her house, and then you might get arrested. But that's, you know, that's like advanced twin flame dancing, right? It's like once you really get the dance moves down, that's the type of stuff that you'll be doing.
You start aligning with your soul, you start balancing, you start working on yourself, and then they come back and they trigger you again. And then they leave, and you start to...
And then they leave, and then you go find them, and then you make it so they can never trigger you again by putting them in your refrigerator like Jeffrey Dahmer. What? All right, this guy is one of my new favorite TikTokers. Wait a minute. Jay recommended this guy, Gaia Earth. Bro, he doesn't even know how to spell Earth. He spells Earth E-A-R-T-H. If you're really freaking hood, it's spelled Earth, E-R-F-F. We spell it Earth. Where are we going here? Starseed and black magic. All right. I can already imagine. I haven't heard his voice yet, but I can imagine. Let's see what he sounds like. From the way I bet he talks like this. When you a Starseed and you start playing around with black magic, hey, don't be doing all that. You gotta only use white magic when you a Starseed. But they got it inverted because white magic is actually not the good magic. The real good magic is actually black magic because the black man is king. The melanated beings that have the supreme levels of melanin actually are. That's my guess, but we'll see where he goes with this.
What if I told you we was all witches and warlocks?
What if I told you we was all witches and warlocks? There we go. Come on, I guessed it. That was close. That was pretty. What if I told you we was all witches and warlocks? He got a little bit of that NorCal E40 in him.
Blocks. Would you believe me? When you hear the word energy.
That's like the black dude sexy moves. Like, would you believe me? What if I told you we was all witches and warlocks? Would you believe me? What if I told you that the melanated people got more melanin than those so-called white people? And that the so-called white people, they really red. You ever seen a white person hot? They turn red. They skin look like a pig. All right. Thank you very much, Jay. I most definitely... This is my twin flame right here. This is my...
It really means magic. The more energy you have, the more magic you have. Our imagination open up portals. You have white magic.
Wait, he really is going to do it. Wait.
Magic, and you have black magic.
Black magic is melanin magic, isn't it? He's going to say it. It's going to...
Us Starseeds, we was using white magic and black magic. Hollywood just used dark magic. The Skeleton Key tried to tell us what's really going on. The enemy cannot destroy us from the outside. They gotta find a way to get within us.
Damn,
and this is why
TikTok is where all the schizo light workers, the schizo melanated light workers on TikTok. This is my new favorite subgenre. This is where the nature boy type dudes are really thriving. Is for sure TikTok. Nature boy was on Instagram. He was an Instagram streamer. And he would just live stream his whole life. And that was crazy. Like I'm trying to get this lid back on this dang bottle. And then the Nature Boy stuff got really dark. But that's the thing with these dudes is this stuff gets real dark real quick. There's something about like new agey, kind of very, very racially oriented black people. These black dudes are really good at starting cults and getting all these like abused and lost and nihilistic black women under their spell. You can tell this guy's dark, man. This guy's got there's some darkness, man. He's got that Nature Boy vibe for sure.
Why they attack our eyes. Our eyes are the portals to every universe. When we watch movies, our subconscious mind can't tell the difference between what's fake and what's real. So everything we see in movies, our soul believes is real. They told us in movies that these things are evil. but yet they use it to make everything manifest. So while we run from our magic, they use it against us. We are wizards. If you want to overstand why we can't use our
overstand, yeah, you gotta say overstand. You want to overstand? You better know yourself. CELLF, right? Because you want to sell, yo. They always do this kind of NLP thing. They're constantly NLPing themselves and other people. But there's this is crazy. We got to revisit the Nature Boy saga, but it got really bad. I mean, he's actually in prison now for human trafficking and imprisonment of this girl, one of his girls in his harem, and he started getting really into like emasculating the men around him, and he was always doing that, but he got really like openly into the kind of like gay stuff. I mean, it got really bad. Nature Boy, actually, we don't want to revisit Nature Boy. This guy is at least pretty funny, but Nature Boy, that got really dark. Frankie D threw $5. Frankie D, what's up, dude? Top Streamlabs super chatter of the night. You guys make sure to support the stream by dropping those Streamlabs super chats if you want your your questions answered or your comments read. I'm putting the link right here. The link is in the chat. All my Starseeds, all my melanated Starseeds, drop a super chat. Increase your melanin levels with the super chat. Like Frankie D says, I had a twin flame once. I couldn't contemplate her form very well after the restraining order. Too far away to see. Had to get some binoculars, but they were hard to use because my glasses are very thick. The plastic irritates my skin and it breaks out. Frankie.
magic, these pyramids has everything to do with it. Why? Because our ancestors put crystals on top of these pyramids to align with Orion. We are kings and queens and we are magicians, but we fell from grace when they removed these from the pyramid. This is why we can't be greedy no more. We gotta tap back into nature. These were not just regular crystals that we see every day. These crystals actually activate our spiritual body and take us back to the rainbow world, or I should say, the crystal world. We are from a higher vibration that can't even be defined with these words. Words are magic spells. Go back within.
Dang. This dude's freaking sick. I like this guy. Organic like us. Bro, you just gotta follow. No, I can't follow that account. Why can't I follow that account? I don't even know how to use TikTok. What's the one I'm supposed to watch? This dude's crazy. Yeah, it's the thing. There's this huge intersection. So there's a big intersection between like New Age, raw vegan, and like cleansing, right? A lot of these people, they get really into the cleanses and stuff. Where's the Beaver Moon video though? Beaver Moon. There's a lot of moon videos. Full moon beaver. Oh,
Tomorrow
no.
is the full moon beaver, which means we are going into the underworld. Save your energy. What is the matrix? What do it look like? What do it do? The moon is the matrix. The moon represents the underworld or hell. So we know beavers.
These dudes just like they just they just make up this whole worldview of piecemealing like weird ideas out of like Blavatsky and Alice Bailey. So they take theosophy type ideas, mix it in with some pseudo masonry stuff, and just bits and pieces of whatever disjointed YouTube occult stuff they find. Throw in a little David Icke, and that's the worldview.
Live underground, and we are going into the full moon beaver. We are going deep into the underworld. The people that control this world, they are deep into the occult because they believe that the universe is a mystery. The word mystery and my story is the same exact thing. These words are spells. Sometimes the world are spells.
This is such a funny schizo thing. Words are spells. That's why you spell the word. WORD. I just did a spell by spelling the word. And when I say spell, it's also a spell. But if I spell the word spell, S-P-E-L-L, I'm spelling the spell that points to the fact that spells are words and words are spells.
That's because the moon is actually programming us at night when we sleep. We are living in the moon or her story.
Yeah, that's
or her
the David
reality.
Icke stuff that
the moon is the only
remember
thing.
David Icke was talking about this stuff in like, was it 2011, 12? This was his whole theory. David Icke is such a kook. That was his theory though, back in 2011, he wrote some book called The Moon Matrix. AK-47 versus your balls donated $5 says, I be overstanding the hobo in the corner throwing pennies on his face. We was warlocks and shit. That's right, man. We are warlocks, bro. We doing spells. Spell is a spell. If you spell the word spell, the spell is spelled out. Do you overstand? Do you overstand or do you understand under the beaver moon? Because the moon beaver is stinky and furry. And you don't want to be under the moon beaver because the moon beaver and the beaver moon are spelled B-E-A-V-E-R. Do you understand or do you overstand? Because R refers to what you are, and what I is a melanated, magic-making warlock. Do you overstand? Because I do. S-P-E-L-L.
Thing that watches over us at nighttime when we sleep. She been telling us her stories since we was babies.
We was babies.
Familiar? You ever ask yourself, why do parents put the moon and stars in baby cribs? We only have one mother, and that is the earth. But the moon represents the evil stepmother. You ever wonder why Hollywood always give these characters evil stepmothers? This is our real mother, and this is the evil stepmother.
Dang. I 100% ascribe. I 100% endorse everything you just said. That's all true. That's obviously all true. Dude, this guy's on fire. Oh, he's vegan. Wait, where'd that go? I saw a vegan. I saw the natural vegan something. Maybe it was someone else's. Yeah, someone else's video. No, it's organic like us. Vegan natural soaps. Hey, yo, we got natural beaver soap. We got natural soaps made from the fat from the moon beavers. For all you moon beaver ladies out there during your moon cycle, if you want to wash your beaver with my soap, you can clean off your moon beaver to make sure that everything down there under your beaver moon is full and fresh. He makes soap. Did he make this? Natural vegan soaps. Is he actually vegan? Let's see. I want to hear about his men's beard wash. All right. I'm a huge fan. I don't know who I like more. I'm pretty into this guy too, man. Like you got the hardcore conspiracy, and then you just got like, down home loving.
This is a message for all my divine feminines on the twin flame journey. Let go of it all and come back to center. For the next 7 days, I want you to do 2 things. The first thing you do when you wake up, I want you to say this 3 times. I am who I am, and that is enough. I am who I am, and that is enough. I am who I am.
Wait, is he a divine feminine?
And at the end of the day, before you go to bed, I am who I am, and that is enough. I am who I am, and that is enough. I am who I am.
And that is really obnoxious. All right. That's some really simple advice. What to do if twin flame starts to come back? What to do? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to wonder.
This month I was following up on a lot of coaching calls with clients, and so many of my clients are doing
He's a twin flame
well.
coach.
The number one feedback that
He was following up on all the coaching calls with all of his clients. Come on, bro. You think you think we're supposed to believe that anybody's paying you to be their twin flame coach? I'm going to freaking Moonbeaver guy if I'm trying to get twin flame coach.
What I get is that I gave them clarity during our call. I have a very specific process when it comes to my approach on the twin flame journey. And my main approach is that you treat this as your spiritual awakening and you focus on yourself. And some of my clients are...
This is like the root of all of this, right? The root of so much of this is just this extreme focus on yourself, how you feel, what you want, what you can get. Right? And you see this so much in these like kind of TikTok spiritual people. It's all about your feelings, your desires, right? And these are people talking about relationships, right? He calls himself a spiritual coach. He's trying to coach. He's a twin flame coach. But I keep seeing narc stuff and twin flames sound alike. There you go. That kind of sums it up. These people that talk about narcissistic personality types, which is it's a more modern secular framework for people who are just demonic. But these people talking about the twin flames, like there's a strangeness to it. There's a strange self-obsession, and like a performative falseness to. I mean, that's in all of this new age spirituality stuff. It always has that kind of energy signature of almost schizo, but not full schizo, right? But like deep-seated delusion and performance for yourself, and seeing the world as like a mirror. And you'll hear this in their spiritual talks a lot of like, oh, everything that happens in the universe is just for you. Everything that happens in the universe is made just for you. That bird you hear outside, that cricket you hear, the moon beaver, the beaver moon, those are all just made just for you. Your twin flame, that's just you. That's your other piece of your soul. So it's like this, so if you believe this, like, oh, there's this twin flame out there, and they're another piece of my soul. Like the logical behavior is to meld yourself with that other part of your soul, right? You have to heal by reconnecting with the other broken fragment of your soul. So it's kind of this inverted theosis, right? So it's like, whereas in Orthodox Christianity, you have the concept of healing from our fallen nature comes from unity with Christ, unity with God, the concept of theosis. Theirs is like, it's just meiosis, right? It's not theosis. The New Age is about meiosis, of just the whole universe is this giant mirror machine, and the way to unite to it for the like New Age Coomer weirdos is to like to put your kundalini in it, right? So you gotta the way out of your suffering is to stick your kundalini in yourself, and everyone you stick your kundalini in is just you. So it's completely a demonic inversion. To get serious for a minute there,
magnetize their twin flame back into their reality. They've been in separation for a while, and they bump into them, or they get a text. And this is how you know you're on a true twin flame journey. When you start doing the work, your twin flame comes back into your life. So my clients are like, what do I do? And this is where the journey gets a little tricky. And this is why you need a coach.
The journey gets a little tricky, and the legal ramifications of the advice I might give gets a little tricky.
Can't see, or you're just not aware of yet. And as you move along your journey, the mind starts to get sneakier and sneakier. The ego is a shapeshifter, so you have to be careful about your intentions. You do all this work, and then the mind tells you, oh, I'm ready to reach out to my twin flame again. And like I always say, do not trust the mind. Remember, the ego and the mind is still addicted to your twin.
Wait, this is so weird. So your twin flame, your clients are not even talking to their twin flames. Your clients, they're they're just obsessing over their twin flame and doing all this work on themselves. So they're doing this whole performative dance for themselves in their life. They're doing this turning their daily routine into kind of a ritualized performance for the imaginary twin flame that they think is just another piece of themselves, but really is another person. They basically made another person their God and are performing for this God constantly. But don't reach out yet. Don't reach out yet. These people, the mind is going to trick you into thinking you should reach out to your twin flame. So it's like this complete crazy, like psychotic obsession with another person that he's describing, but you can't even talk. You can't even talk to them. I mean, this is really weird. This is really creepy.
Twin flame. And especially if you've been in separation for a long time, it will want to get that instant hit. And if you're doing the work and your twin flame isn't coming around, don't worry about it. Every journey manifests differently. People think, oh, my twin flame is texting me back. Now we're in union. That's not how it works. If your twin flame comes back into your physical reality, it changes nothing. You'll probably get triggered. So all you have to do is come back to center and take it very, very slow. Watch your energy, watch your thoughts, and try and remain and maintain that kind of balanced state that you were before they texted you or reached out to you or you bump into them. Like I said before, this is where when you're further along your journey, it starts to get a little tricky. As always, I'm here to support you. Available for one-on-one coaching, link in the bio.
Dude, this is nuts. This is TikTok new age spiritual stalker coaching. Look at the comments too. Kitty. Obsession with this guy, so I Google why I feel like this. So twin flame pop up, and it's 4 months now. We struggle up and down, and he always run. What? All right, we're gonna have to explore this deeper in some future. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's. What? Oh my goodness. All right. This took a strange turn. This woman's got kids. Oh, dude, this is nuts. Look at the way that the syntax here. Obsession with this guy. So I Google why I feel like this. So twin flame pop up, and it's 4 months now. We struggle up and down, and he always run. This woman has children, dude. This is crazy. All right, this is like. Does this dude even know what he's fostering? He gets a lot of views on this stuff.
So it's the end of the year, and around this time, everyone is setting New Year's resolutions. If you've been following me for a while, you know that there's nothing more important than being present. But as humans, there's nothing wrong with setting goals and manifesting the life that you desire, the life that you believe that you deserve. So for next year, and this is my personal goal as well, really make spirituality and your spiritual awakening and your spiritual journey at the top of your list. Really, really make it a priority in your life and let everything else trickle down from there. I know how tough this path is. So on top of your twin flame journey, you're probably dealing with your finances, your other relationship, your job, if you have kids.
Wait, your other relationship? Your twin flame journey is separate from your other relationship?
Dealing with trickle down from there. I know how tough this path is. So on top of your twin flame journey, you're probably dealing with your finances, your other relationship, your job, if you have kids. It was super difficult for me personally to balance everything in the beginning. Once you start making your spiritual journey your priority, everything else will just flow naturally and align in your life without effort, without any resistance. And I'll talk more about this in more videos, just how to enter that kind of flow state with life. This year has been
flow state. How to enter that flow state with your stalking. Dude, this is strange. So that last comment, that comment was really weird.
So I get this question a lot. How do you know for sure if someone is your twin flame? So you can never know for sure That's
when in a same-sex partnership, how does the divine feminine / divine masculine energy represent? The comments are so strange. Does the masculine go through the same experience as the divine feminine, obsessing, thinking, and D-knots? What is D-knots? All right, here we go. How do you know?
If you are on a twin flame journey and you're not sure about whether or not you're making progress, this is how you know. Number one, the things that you...
Is it normal for everyone around you to try and tear you and your twin apart when you are coming into union? IKO Spiritual Coach says, yeah, set firm boundaries. It's so strange. My biggest obstacle has been the person who literally introduced us. She just went cold on me all of a sudden. It makes you feel wrong for coming into union.
Used to trigger you.
These people are creepy.
No longer trigger you or no longer have the same emotional impact as it did before. And this happens pretty spontaneously in your daily life. You look back on that trigger and you realize, oh, that used to trigger me and it doesn't trigger me anymore. You're also able to let that thing go and it becomes easier and easier. And number two, you feel like you're moving backwards on your journey. When you have a big revelation, or you have that aha moment, or you start feeling good, the mind and the ego fight back and try and gain control over you again. In this process, you are detaching from your mind and your ego, and the mind and the ego is designed for you to be identified and attached to it, so it will fight back. The key is not to resist this process because any...
Oops, that was an accidental click. I mean, it's a bunch of just empty, generic, new agey tropes. Dude, this guy is wild. All right, we're gonna be going deeper on the twin flame stuff because this is like a very strange internet cult phenomenon where it's almost like it's a decentralized cult of highly obsessive people that are emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually like damaged and kind of feeding into each other in these strange stalking and manipulation behaviors under the guise of trying to find your twin flame, which is this kind of almost like a blasphemous projection of a narcissistic obsession with yourself, because the twin flame is just, it's my other half. It's me. It's my soul. So it's like you want to own the other person almost in the way that some of these people are describing this. It's This is freaking wild. We're gonna be coming back to this. We're gonna circle back to this. 2024, we will be circling back to this. Let's see.
If you're on a twin flame journey and you are experiencing obsessive thoughts, listen to the end because I'm gonna explain why you're going through the crazy obsessive thinking. So the obsessive thinking really is one of the key indicators that you are on a twin flame journey. When I was going through my obsessive thoughts, it really was nothing that I've ever experienced before. It was constant thinking about my twin flame.
Here we go. The only sane comment I've seen so far. I think I just have BPD, to be honest, babe. Yeah, that's what this sounds like. I mean, it sounds like what in the secular world people would call bipolar, narcissistic personality disorder. It's the babe part. No, because I have BPD. I'm Delulu for real. LMFAO writes, how many, dude, there are so many people with this freaking with a bipolar. I'm non-binary bipolar. I'm a non-binary polar. This is wild though.
Constant anxiety.
This is a den of like psychotic people.
I thought that I was gonna go crazy. And the more I tried to stop the obsessive thoughts, the more intense the obsessive thoughts became. So I was on a live and someone asked me why you go through the obsessive thoughts. And understanding why you go through the...
It's all women. It's all women in the comments here.
Obsessive thinking on its...
Why does it go away, then come back? I've been good. How it won't stop. I can't take it. And then you go to the... Dude, TikTok is... This really is an infernal pit of just delusion insanity. I've been going through this. I'm fine for long periods, and then I break down, and then I'm good again. So it's
journey,
like
and knowing
mania.
that it served a specific purpose.
This person's answer to this: I've been going through this. I'm fine for long periods, then I break down, and then I'm good again. This person goes, because they're thinking about you. What? Because they're thinking about you, and this is his profile.
What do I need?
Dude, is TikTok making people schizophrenic? Is the internet an isolation? And there's something really weird going on here. I feel like I'm in a freaking David Lynch movie.
Help you understand why you're experiencing the obsessive thinking in the first place. So number one, you go through the obsessive thinking because you needed to experience this intense suffering for you to detach and get out of your mind. So before your twin flame journey, you were comfortable in your mind. You thought everything.
This chick goes, does our twin go through this too? Sarah D answers, they do. I've been crying, almost like grieving, like my heart hurts so much. He said he cried for 2 hours the other day, so he felt me. Dude. This is
was okay.
nuts.
You thought everything was
It's
normal.
all women in the
And then you
comments.
meet your twin flame, and then bam, you go through the obsessive thinking. It needed to shake you up. And it's this intense suffering that really, really pushes you on your journey. It pushes you to seek help. It pushes you to seek the truth, and it pushes you to eventually detach from your mind and learn, because you're forced to learn, how to calm and still your mind. You're also really forced to look at your mind and see it for what it is. And you can only see your mind once you shift into your soul from the perspective of awareness. In a lot of my videos, it's this sense of peace that I'm always pointing towards. And that's how the journey is. You're in your mind.
He's talking about pointing to the sense of peace, but then all the videos so far have been about obsessive thoughts, delusion, and like a psychotic behavior and obsession. That's crazy. Look, Grecia says, this just fed into my delusion. Yeah. That's like the only self-aware comment I'm seeing so far. This brings peace in a way. I guess being the chaser as well, because she's the runner, was a moment of something I needed to reflect upon. Painful in a way, for sure. So there's chasers and runners, right? Oh, she doesn't want to talk to you. She doesn't want to talk to you. She says to stop contacting her, stop showing up at her house at night, that she's married and has children and doesn't know you and wants nothing to do with you. She's a runner. She's a real runner. This is nuts. Gamma says, dude is trying to get into BPD chicks' DMs. Yeah, this is like a giant BPD chick poon harvesting thing for some of these guys, isn't it? The comments are the most interesting. The person talking about chaser, one of the things, stupid
if you're on
TikTok
a journey and you are experiencing obsessive thoughts, listen to the end of your mind.
You hit the down arrow like you're trying to scroll down, and it goes to the next video.
Because you're forced to learn how to calm and still your mind. You're also really forced to look at your mind and see it for what it is. And you can only see your mind once you shift into your soul from the perspective of awareness. In a lot of my videos, it's this sense of
empty rhetoric. You can only see your mind when you shift into your soul from the perspective of awareness. I mean, it's all just like hypnotic twilight language for these people that are so inundated with Deepak Chopra, Sadhguru, like the old Osho stuff. But yeah, look, Guitar Reaper, this brings peace in a way, I guess being the chaser as well, because she's the runner, was a moment of something I needed to reflect upon. Painful in a way, for sure. The way these people write, too. Like, if I were to write that to my 7th grade English teacher, she would have laughed at me and mocked me and be like, dude, what is this? What did you find in your reflection as the chaser, says B. Guitar Reaper says that the universe will either bring us together or not. No matter what I felt, if it's meant to be, then it will be. Since I've already voiced how I felt, and if she knows yet still decides her path, that's just the way it is, then I must move on and continue to live any way I can. Okay. At least that's like, yeah, moving on, not, well, you're just my other half, and you must be deluded if you don't want to be with me. If it's meant to be, it will be, blah, blah, blah.
Peace that I'm always pointing towards.
Well, here we go. Talk about false twin flames. I just encountered my false twin flame. So that's when you're so sure. This dude probably smokes a bunch of weed too. He seems like he's kind of maybe smoked a bunch of pot when he was younger and kind of got himself into that somewhat schizo style state.
And that's how the journey is. You're in your mind, you're obsessively thinking, and then eventually...
And all these people are on psych meds too, for sure. All these people are talking about how they're diagnosed BPD in the comments.
Your true nature isn't your mind. You're not your thoughts. You're not your mind. You are the awareness that contains the mind, that contains all of experience, and eventually the dust will settle. So I always recommend meditation, because meditation really teaches you how to center yourself, get out of your mind, and watch your thoughts. So ultimately, the obsessive thinking on a twin flame journey really does serve a very important purpose, because it pushes you to finding peace of mind. And once you discover this peace within yourself, you can't undiscover it. It is your true nature. It is your awareness. It is your soul.
What? False twins. Oh, man. I think that guy was my false twin flame, because at first when I saw him, I thought he was my twin flame, but by the end of it, the blinking and the and all the bipolar chicks in his comments, I think he was probably my false twin flame. Definitely, probably, maybe. All right, look at these. There's so many. It's a lot of views. I guess TikTok's different though, the way they count views. What is this? My twin flame is a narcissist.
Can one have a narcissist as a twin flame? So I get this a lot in my comments. People are always saying my twin flame is a narcissist, my twin flame is doing this to me, my twin flame is doing that to me. So what I always say on this journey is always look within. Before you judge a twin flame for being a narcissist, look within yourself. As a human living in today's society, we all carry some narcissistic traits. On this journey, you have to be honest with yourself. And on this journey, when you shift into alignment with your soul, you care less about what other people are saying, thinking, or doing, and it starts with your twin flame. You stop judging people, and you realize that people are just acting on the level of consciousness that they are at. The only person that you can really control is you. So if you're judging your twin...
But your twin flame is you. So this thing, it's like this thing like talking about self-control. Look within, but then the only person you can control is you. But your twin flame is you, so you can control your twin flame because your twin flame is you. So it's just you running away from yourself. It's just you putting a restraining order against yourself. It's just you saying, stop making hair dolls from the hair you're finding in my trash can and leaving them in front of my front door. That's just you telling you that. But then you don't like when you say that to you, so why would you listen to you when you say that to you? Ooh. It's like...
Twin flame for having narcissistic traits. Look within yourself. How do those traits manifest within you? Remember, your twin flame is your mirror. And if you find that you have narcissistic traits, that's okay.
Your twin flame is your mirror. This is crazy.
And I say the twin flame journey is all about self-love. And when it comes to self-love, you have to be a little bit selfish and put yourself first before you can take
And your twin flame is yourself.
care of other people. You have to take care of yourself. And yes, that is a little selfish. And there are times when, you know,
Loving yourself first is the less selfish thing one can do because you are becoming the best version of yourself for the benefit of others, says Vantage Point. A lot of these profiles, okay, no content. A lot of them have no content.
you put
There we go. Finally, look, finally, like a actual comment from someone who's not totally nuts. This is such an unhealthy mindset and a recipe for encouraging abusive relationships. This is insanity.
people's needs for your own. So again, just turn that focus around, let go of that judgment, and look within yourself.
Bro, all right.
Can one have a narcissist?
We're doing it. We're going deeper on this twin flame stuff. We are most definitely gonna be exploring this some more. TikTok is a freaking mind control demon's nest. TikTok is a cockroach nest under the moon beaver in hell. Right? There's a beaver moon shining a bunch of black magic, melanated black magic light on a filthy, infested, lice-ridden cockroach nest in a cauldron of fermenting and boiling black plague juice from unidentified glands from the moon beaver. That's what TikTok is. This is total madness, and I have to. We're gonna have to end this stream on that. So, all you Moonbeaver millennials out there, we were checking in on this guy's probably a Zoomer though. This guy seems like he's like 22, 23. I don't know what to think about this stuff. We got Funko Pop. Got the Funko Poppers, new age TikTok dating gurus, vegan DINK chicken moms. This has been a wild ride of a stream. We've laughed, we've cried laughing, we've almost cried because we're so sad for the things that we're laughing at, and now we're moving on. So hey, everybody in the chat, guys, share the videos, like the video. Make sure you're subscribed too, because if you think you're subscribed, YouTube kind of algorithmically, they play with those sub numbers, and you'll find, I know people who've subscribed 5-6 times and YouTube just unsubscribes them. So, and like my twin flame, for instance, she has blocked me on all my social media like 5 times but it wasn't her blocking me. Because when I confronted her about it, and I showed up at her house, and I entered her house, I mean, it's like a gray area whether how I entered her house, whether it's legal, whether it's not. That's for the courts to decide. But she blocked me and unblocked me 5-6 times, and I had to go and tell her that she had blocked me, and she was so scared. I think she was really scared because you could see the fear in her eyes. She was so scared because she was like, I can't believe that Zuckerberg is personally going into WhatsApp and blocking your phone number and then removing your phone number from my phone and also filing restraining orders against you. Because when I explained to her what happened in a past life with my other twin flame, she understood that we were really twin flames and we're supposed to be together. Anyways, it's a long story, but she 5 or 6 times had to put my number back in her phone, and I had to go and manually help her to do that many times. So to my twin flame, you know who you are. Our love can never be torn apart because we are one. And no amount of restraining orders, no amount of new boyfriends, no amount of your kids screaming in terror will keep me away from my twin flame. From my twin flame. So to all my twin flames out there, you guys make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, do all that stuff. Support yourself and support your own health by hitting up chalk.com. Get yourself some of that Shilajit. Some of the Shilajit from chalk.com. I take that one every day. I take that Tomcat 100 extract. Really, really top quality, top shelf natural supplements and herbal supplements from chalk.com. That pre-workout, the clean pre-workout is freaking awesome as well. And you can get 53% off all subscriptions for life. Shout out to the sponsor, chalk.com. Legit company, run by legit people, run by legit bigots. The bigots over at Chalk are helping us to keep our bigotry levels up with the top quality adaptogens, natural supplements. So hit them up, chalk.com. Big 53 Life will get you 53% off all subscriptions for life. 53% off all subscriptions for life for all my twin flames out there. And also, if you use that coupon code, that means we're twin flames. And twin flames is forever, for life. You will be my twin flame for life. And I will never let you go. Just like our buddy here.